How you doing, people? Robert, aka Robess here, Anti-Corruption Scotland. Now, I've been watching stuff for a while now, and it's frustrating what I'm seeing out there. People are making issues difficult, getting into big, massive squeals about how this works and how this doesn't work. Right? There's a bigger picture here, and it's simple. What's going on here? There's major fraud and extortion racket being committed by the legal system, legal society, i.e. sheriff officers, councils, police, courts, etc, etc. Now, I keep going on about the person, right? The person, that's the problem. What's happening here is when people are receiving documents, it's in the uppercase first letter, first name, uppercase second letter, second name, and or the all capital name. Now, the problem we have here, people keep disputing. There is no dispute. They're using a Crown copyright name, a copyright name that was never consented to yourself. And I'm definitely 1,000,000% sure when your father and mother was the informants at the registers, they weren't disclosed about it being copyrighted. Now, that's their name, people. Doesn't matter what people say in videos, that's their name. Once something is copyrighted, no man or woman can make a claim to that or any trust, because the trust wasn't created by yourself and you never created the trust. So let's get out of the way. The other issue is people going on about there is no court seal or wet ink signature on warrants or orders, right? That's easily explained, people. There's no big issue here to understand this. The reason that's happening is because these are not courts of law, courts of record. These are administrative hearings, and these people cannot act in a private capacity under oath. They'll never be under oath because they cannot be under oath because they're not lawful courts, and that's a fact. So all this nonsense is spouted out about seals and signatures, forget that, right? That's why it cannot be signed, because they become personally liable, and that's a fact. Same as the summary warrants in Scotland, right? As I said already, somebody's already had it verified when they contacted the sheriff clerk at Glasgow Sheriff Court. They says that there was no summary warrant on record, that they had to recontact the council. I'm going to do a video on this, and the reason they have to recontact the entity known as council is because all the paperwork in the process in the day that the summary warrant was granted, or is granted, everything was returned to the sheriff office to return to the entity known as council, example, i.e. Glasgow City Council, right? That's why there's no record. And that proves the point. They're not courts. They're administrative hearings, right? They're hiding the fraud. The council, the courts, and the sheriff officers, again, are committing fraud, misrepresentation, right, wasn't conducted, deceiving the fraud for monies. They're also committing extortion. They're running an extortion racket by communicating threats. Now in Scotland, communicating threats comes under a section 38, subsection 1, putting people in a state of fear and alarm and distress. Plus the fact these are all private corporations registered in Dun and Bradstreet, people. And for a man or woman representing a corporation to have a authority, as I said before, they have to claim your property, or there has to be a contract in place, right? Signed by both parties. Full disclosure, terms and conditions, wet ink signatures, and that will never happen, because these scumbags, trash bags, have been getting away with that long before I was on this planet, right? And it's took me a long time to realise what's going on. But people out there are making things so fucking difficult. They're getting into big squeals when it's not necessary. This is straightforward, right? It's all in the name. The name is not your name. Identity theft, criminal conversion of the name is being committed by all these people in the legal system, legal society. It's when you go online, like for the council, they tell you go online and you can look at your account. It makes things easier for you to understand, and you can get access to the account 24/7. Well, the minute you use men and women, and that's what you are. I don't give a fuck if you think you're a person, because you're not. You can never be a person. And that's explained in the birth certificate. Person or persons cannot use this for identity as a record of an event, right? So that tells you enough. And if you can't see that, there's something wrong with your head. Plus the fact, if you go to Scotland People website that I've told you about in Scotland time and time again, it tells you on the extract of the birth certificate receipt, you have an entity ID. It's the all capital name with a number, right? Definition again, for those numpties that doesn't understand, an entity is an independent existence, right? That's the person, right? 1978 Interpretation Act tells you incorporated or unincorporated persons, right? You have to realise and establish what you really are in life. You're either a man or a woman. And if you think you're a person, that's why your life's fucked up with all these debt collectors, councils and all that scumbags coming after you, right? You people have to stand up and take notice of what Anti-Corruption Scotland and myself is telling you, right? We've been doing this, well, I've been doing this mostly for nearly just under 12 and a half years. I've lost my father in the fucking process, helping people, and I'm sick of it, right? You don't listen. You're out in the street protesting. Protesting does nothing. You have to do a notice of intent to challenge the jurisdiction, the authority of the men and women, CEOs in that capacity. You have to do a statement of claim and tell them that under the statement of claim that you have no authority or jurisdiction, you don't own the lands, you own nothing. I owe no debt, there is no contract, there is no full disclosure terms and conditions, and certainly no wet signatures, right? A massive fraud and extortion racket has been run here against the people. And the sooner you people wake up, the better. The banks are included in this. It's all in the name. The all capital name, people. That's what's getting you caught. It doesn't matter if they change the all capital name to the first name uppercase letter, second name uppercase letter, and the rest of the name lowercase. It's a crown copy fucking right name. That's about people are missing. It's putting all these big spiels about all these orders and all these warrants have not been stamped and sealed. It's all in the name. The name is the problem. The status person is the problem. Please listen to what you're being told by somebody that knows the system and how it works, right? Everything I do comes from first-hand knowledge and it can be verified under a fucking charge of perjury, right? I'm frustrated, right? It annoys myself to see what's going on out there with the rant of babble and the nonsense that's been spouted, right? It's terrible. Too much misinformation out there, right? Get into big rants. There's no need to get into rants. And again, people talk about books, the rules books for the council tax, right? This legal system, legal society creates rules, right? Statutes, acts and policies. They can change these statutes, acts and policies at any time they want because you're a citizen. And as a citizen, you're a person. And you've got duties and obligations and responsibilities to a legal system, legal society. And this is where everybody's going wrong because they still don't know who and what they are, right? It frustrates the hell out of my life watching what's going on. It frustrates the hell out of my brain watching what goes on. This is so simple, people. These are making things difficult. You have to challenge the men and women in a private capacity under full liability. Privately, right? And I can tell you right now, councils, entity known as council, sheriff officer, sheriff in the court, clerk of the court, fines officer will not come forward and make a claim that you are debt because they cannot make a claim. And anything with the name officer attached to that rank in any capacity in the legal system, legal society, is part of a corporation. And if it's a corporation, then there has to be a contract. They're not dealing with persons. This is a bit you have to understand, people. They're not dealing with persons. They're actually dealing with men and women, but you still don't get it. I don't know why you don't get it. I put good information up over the last 12 years. I've launched a YouTube channel a way back with 350 videos, 661,000 views because I nailed the system, right? That was why it was taken down. Anyway, people, as I said, it's all in the name. The person and name, that's the status. That's the problem in your life. And that's where people have to change their mentality of thinking and think in the proper manner and the context. Open your minds, right? Don't just watch videos and listen to people ranting and raving, including myself. But I'm telling you, what I'm telling you is 100%, million%, and I'll swear under a fucking charge of perjury, right? And I've got first-hand knowledge of what I'm talking about. I've got over 12 years experience of fighting with this corrupt system, including fighting for my sister that lost her son and daughter. Corruption was the only thing that beat me in this system, and it's the only thing that beats you people. You want change? Remove the politicians in Scotland. Remove the control mechanism. Anyway, people, I've had my rant. I hope you listen. I hope you pay attention. Please share this video far and wide to your friends, family, and everybody you know. It's important this information gets out of there. And also, people, please take care and be safe. Again, waking up, smell the coffee.